everyone, and welcome watch enthusiasts. This is Time Measured. My name is DK, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the iconic Seiko SARB035 and cover the question, is it still worth getting in 2023? Now let's cover the specs. You have a case diameter of 38 millimeters. You have a perfect dial diameter of 30 millimeters, a case thickness of 11.8 millimeters. You have a lug-to-lug length of 44 millimeters. You have 20 millimeter lugs, and the bracelet tapers down from 20 millimeters to 18 millimeters. You have a crown thickness of 2.8 millimeters and a crown diameter of 6.5 millimeters. Now, as everyone knows, this watch has been discontinued for a few years now, and since then, the asking price for this watch selling on the market has doubled. Now, when this watch first came out, you could get this watch for roughly 400 Canadian dollars. On the particular box of this watch, it states that this watch was 425 Canadian dollars. If you go on Chrono24 or eBay, you can see this watch selling anywhere from between $700 all the way up to $1,200 I've seen. Now, I got a good deal on this watch. I purchased this watch a few years ago and I happened to buy it in brand new condition. But the question is it really worth getting in 2023? And for what you're getting with the specs, paying $700, $800, and in some cases over $1,000 for a watch that was at a retail price of $425, it's not worth it. When I got into the Seiko Sarbs, I wanted to make sure that I got the SARB035 and the SARB033, which is the black dial version, and I ended up getting both. But I have since sold the black version and I am selling this version as well. Now, what made the Sarb so special is the case design and dimensions and the way the watch was designed, especially when you look at the dial. This was a perfect sized dress watch, and where this watch really fell short was in the movement. You are dealing with a 6R15 movement, and you're not buying this watch for accuracy. It's not worth spending the extra money. There's a lot of other watches now with better specs, and your money could be better spent elsewhere. But this is not a watch that you're going to buy for accuracy. You're going to buy it for how it looks and how it wears on the wrist. Now, taking a look at the watch, you can see it's a 38 millimeter case. It's almost entirely polished. You can see the sides are polished. You have some borders. The top of the lugs are polished. It's an entirely polished case. The bezel is polished, but you have a nice, well-executed cream, or in some angles it looks like a white dial, but it is more of a cream dial in actuality. You have applied indices that catches the light very well and reflects. They're all polished. Your hour, minute, and second hands are nicely done. They're polished and they reflect light very well. You have the words automatic in an italic font and the words 23 joules just above the 6 o'clock and an applied Seiko logo at the top. This watch is very well done. You have a date window at the 3 o'clock, which is framed. And this watch is perfectly proportioned. And Seiko hasn't made a watch like this ever since. If you're familiar with the Sharp Edge series, I thought that those watches would be almost like a replacement and an upgrade to the Seiko Sarbs. And they were measuring in at 39 millimeters. However, due to the dial diameter of those watches wear more like 40, even 40.5 millimeter watches. So this watch does wear true to size at 38 millimeters due to the dial diameter, which is 30 millimeters. So as you can see, the bracelet is not bad. You do have solid end links, solid links. The bracelet does articulate pretty good, except for the sides, which are polished. The bracelet is brushed, and it does the job. You have milled clasp. Swing arms are milled. The head of the clasp is pressed. You have the clasp sign with Seiko. You have a double push button deployment clasp. One complaint that some people have of the clasp is this opening right here. The head of the clasp doesn't sit flush with the bracelet, and I get it. You have an open display case back. Nothing really special to see, but you do have the Seiko 6R15 movement. This is not a watch known for great accuracy. For me, last time I checked, this watch was running at about plus 30 seconds a day. So not very great tolerances, but this watch does look good. It's perfectly proportioned. You have a signed crown. This is a push-pull crown. The winding action is smooth, as I find with most Seikos. Very quiet, easy to manipulate. And the main issue really is just the accuracy. So this is a great watch to have in your collection if you are a diehard fan of Seiko. However, the price that it's going for nowadays is not worth it. I mean, if you were able to snag one of these for $400, $500 maybe, but paying $700, $800, $900, even over $1,000 in 2023 is not worth it. There's a lot better options right now to spend your money on. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.